Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and today we're checking out two cars that are new to the channel. Recently, you may have seen the road trip videos where we drove these two cars 2,400 miles home from Arizona to New Jersey. That road trip was pretty crazy, and one of these cars broke down and ended up on the back of a tow truck. If you haven't seen that video yet, you should go check it out. Now that they're back home and we've recovered from the trip, let's check out these two cars. This is a 2008 Mercedes CL63 AMG. It's what happens when Mercedes takes their biggest, most luxurious coupe and stuffs a massive engine in it with more power than it'll ever need. AMGs are already pretty rare, and this one is even more limited than that. This you may not recognize. It's a 2003 Infiniti M45. They're pretty rare cars and totally underappreciated. They had a super limited production run, and there aren't that many of these left. So what we have here are two examples of rare performance luxury vehicles. One from Germany and one from Japan. While they have some things in common, they're both luxury vehicles with naturally aspirated V8 engines, and they're both rear-wheel drive, they couldn't be more different.
Let's start with the CL63 AMG. AMG, which is Mercedes' high-performance division, took the CL class, which was Mercedes' most luxurious coupe, based on the W221 S-Class, and they breathed fire on it. Under the very long hood, they dropped in a 6.3-liter V8 engine that outputs 518 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. True German muscle. To cope with all of that power, they used the hydropneumatic ABC suspension. If you know Mercedes, you might be screaming at the screen right now telling me to run for my life because the ABC suspension has a reputation for being complex and problematic. So far, it's been behaving itself, and this iteration is known for being more reliable than older versions. Nevertheless, it performs incredibly well. It actually keeps the ride smooth even with the 22-inch wheels and low-profile tires that are on this car. If you like the look of this car but don't want to deal with ABC, get the CL550 4MATIC. The all-wheel drive cars came with the air suspension instead. Speaking of wheels, the keen-eyed viewer has probably recognized that these 22-inch wheels and the brakes behind them are not stock. Originally, this car would have come with 20-inch AMG wheels, which give the car a more understated look, but look wild on a W220 S-Class. The original brakes would have been AMG branded 4-piston calipers up front, but they've been replaced with this big brake kit from R1 Concepts. This thing stops on a dime, even with all this power and weight. What's great about this car, and all AMGs really, is that you aren't trading comfort for power. In the interior, we have nicely bolstered heated, cooled, and massaging seats. We also have nicely sized screen for the radio and nav, but I'm thinking that could use an upgrade to a modern head unit. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see that install. One of the interesting things about this car is that even though the CL class is the coupe version of the S class, it's actually heavier than the sedan. This is largely because of body and chassis changes that needed to be made to reinforce the structure to give the car another really cool feature, the window design. This car doesn't have a B-pillar, so with the windows down, it gives a wide open feeling. With the windows down and the sunroof open, it feels really close to a convertible. Overall, it's cool, it's fast, and it's a good grand tourer. If you're ever in the market for a high-powered luxury car that can just eat up miles, an AMG should definitely be on your list. I'm really excited that we have this CL63 AMG in the fleet. Since this car only has 23,000 miles and has been impeccably maintained, we're going to get to find out what it's like to live with and to work on a lightly modified AMG, so stay tuned. From Germany to Japan, let's check out the M45. Infiniti only made this body style for 2 years, 2003 and 2004. According to Infiniti, they only sold a total of 8,067 cars, just 6,353 units in 2003 and 1,690 sold in 2004. So if you haven't seen one before, that's why. The body style is shared with the Nissan Cedric and Gloria, but those only came with the V6, so the M45's 4.5-liter V8 engine makes it even more rare. Size-wise, the M45 is similar to the short-wheelbase W220 Mercedes S-Class of the era at 197 inches long. Under the hood, we have a very interesting 4.5-liter V8 engine. It puts out 340 horsepower and 333 pound-feet of torque, which places it very close to the early naturally aspirated S55 AMGs, which had 355 horsepower. The similarities with the S-Class of the time are interesting, and I think it'll be worth making a comparison video with my 2004 S-Class. Let me know what you think in the comments. The power figures for this engine are fine, but what makes it really interesting are the components. It has a forged crankshaft, forged connecting rods, and titanium valves. That's some serious hardware for a luxury sedan. If you're a fan of the Y34 platform, you'll notice that this car has quite a few modifications. This one has a number of cosmetic and mechanical modifications. It's got a custom grille, 20-inch chrome wheels, a Rotora big brake kit all around, and it's lowered on BC Racing coilovers. It's a firm ride, but it stops on a dime and handles surprisingly well. In the interior, we have a full sound system upgrade with Rockford Fosgate speakers all around and a speaker grille delete. In the trunk, there's a custom molded 12-inch subwoofer as well. All of that is connected to a double-din head unit that's tucked away in the center of the dash, and it even has a backup camera wired up to it. The upholstery is all custom as well, with custom perforated black leather inserts in the seats, with matching panels in the doors. The headrests have red stitching that matches the speaker accents and the brake calipers, and last but not least, we have a custom headliner and parcel shelf. And that's not Alcantara, it's suede. Oh, and one more thing. You may notice there's no third brake light on the parcel shelf, and that's because it's in the factory option spoiler. This car is really cool, but one of the big issues we've been running into is the lack of parts availability. You usually expect parts to be a little harder to come by when you own a rare car, but the combination of the rarity and the fact that Nissan and Infiniti have stopped making many of the parts for the car, it's an adventure every time you need to repair something. That said, I'm really happy that we have this car in the fleet as well. We're going to take care of some small issues, make some small improvements, and even some upgrades, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see all that. And just a quick sneak peek, I'm leaning towards the Japanese VIP style for this car's future. It's already pretty close, and we could get even closer by getting it even lower. Since bringing these home, we've taken them to a couple of car shows already, and they've cleaned up at each one. The Infiniti had been on the car show circuit in Phoenix a few years ago, and racked up a number of wins there. Since coming to Jersey, it's picked up a couple more. The Mercedes never made it to any shows in Arizona, but has been a hit at its first few shows here in Jersey. Since we're spending more time on the show circuit, I might bring you guys along for some shows. Let me know if you'd like to see some car show content on the channel.
So now that we've gone through the cars, I need to get back to wrenching. I know these cars both look good, but they still have issues that we need to straighten out. And with the scarcity of parts for the M45 and the AMG tax on the Mercedes, it's gonna be interesting. So which one of these is your favorite so far? The Japanese luxury sedan turned show car, or the German muscle coupe? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.